Sup guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time watching me, hi, my name is Janine and I make videos on makeup, fashion, DIYs, all that kind of stuff. And right now I'm in Youtober, which is when I post a video every single day. I have missed 2 days this month. I'm sorry guys. Wait, no, I've only missed 1 day because I'm going to film and upload today. And then I'll get right back on track. But today's video is going to be a Netflix recommendations. It is currently like fall cuffing season when like everyone just watches Netflix and blankets and drinks hot chocolate. So I thought I'd give you guys some recommendations in different kinds of categories. I thought that'd be a fun video. So my first recommendation is Scandal. If you haven't seen that, it is a mixture of House of Cards and How to Get Away with Murder. I love it. There's like a strong female lead. Her name is Olivia Pope, and she has her own private law firm, but she isn't really a lawyer. Her clients hire her, and she covers up what they did. So like if someone, like if an attorney, like a high prosecuting attorney in Washington, D.C., like murdered his wife, they're gonna call Olivia, and she's gonna be like, okay, well, who are the witnesses? Where's your phone? I need to go through and delete all of this stuff. And she can cover up anything. But she had like a secret fling with the president of the United States. And like there's this whole thing. And it's really interesting. And there's like this secret government agency that people don't know about where they brainwash people into being basically like human machines. And they get rid of all of their emotions and just break them down until they're just stone cold killers. And it's just a really good show. Watch that. Another recommendation is Lie to Me. That one is a really good show. If you like Criminal Minds or like kind of crime shows where they get into people's heads and figure everything out. Because Lie to Me is about Mr. Lightman. He studies micro expressions, and so like if you are talking about something and you're just like, yeah, I know, it's just blah, 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 and you're shaking your head no, then that means that you're not sure about what you're saying or that you're completely lying. And like one micro expression, like me just saying that, I went like this with my shoulder, I'm not lying. But like those little like micro expressions, if there's a lot of them in a series, and it depends on when they happen, you can tell when someone is lying. And it is so funny because there are times when they just show like presidents using that micro expression. And like, there's one, I think it was Nixon, and there's an interview where it was like, and he was like, no, I never slept with her. But like there was a micro expression where it was like he was straight up lying, and it's just a really good show. It's really funny. Another Netflix recommendation is Once Upon a Time. That show is really good. And I love watching it on TV. I actually haven't watched it on Netflix. I watched maybe one season because I started watching it on TV. It's about a town called Storybrooke, which like storybook. And Emma goes there and finds her son. But her son was like adopted by, what was her name, Regina? Yeah, her son was adopted by Regina. But Regina is actually the evil queen and Snow White. And in real life, there's Snow White and the prince, and they just like have a little crush on each other, but they don't know that they were married and that they're Snow White and Prince Charming. And it's like this whole ordeal because they were all in storybooks, but then the evil queen cast a spell, and everyone was trapped in a time loop where they just relived the same day in Storybrooke over and over and over again, and no one knows until Emma shows up and she's like, this isn't right, this needs to be fixed. And I'm pretty sure there are like 8 seasons. There's one season that like all based around Captain Hook. That is the best season. I love Captain Hook, he was my favorite. And then there's episodes where there's the witch. There's like a whole half a season. There's like the spring and the summer, I think, or maybe summer and winter. Either way, there's one part that is all about the Wizard of Oz, and then there's a part that's all about the underworld, and they have to go to the underworld, and that's where you meet Hades. There's a part that's all about Jack and the Beanstalk, and you meet Jack, and I'm pretty sure there's an Alice from Alice in Wonderland. And there's just a bunch of different storybooks that are all intertwined, and it's just really interesting. My next recommendation for you is The 100. I absolutely love this show. I started watching it on Netflix when there was only one season on it, and I watched it and I was like, where's season 2? Where's season 3? And I just kept getting mad. And I found that, I think there's 4 seasons, let me check. Yeah, there are now 4 seasons on Netflix. Whenever I started watching it, there's only the 1 season, and I watched a couple episodes on like Amazon Prime because I just had to know what was gonna happen. And so, this show is ridiculously good. It is about, it's very sci-fi, and if you like Divergent and The Hunger Games, you'll really like this. There are thousands of people, I think there's 3,000 people that are sent from Earth up to space, and they have to live in space because the Earth is no longer habitable, because there was one year where there was just a nuclear war and everything was destroyed and no one could live on Earth anymore. Sound like that's gonna happen soon? Yeah. But then they're all set up and there's not enough oxygen to there's enough oxygen to hold people for 100 years. But then it was at 90 something years later, and they were running out of oxygen. And so on the ship, if you were under the age of 18 and you would have to go to trial and go to jail, you just got put into detention, which is just a separate section of the ship where you basically live in a cage. And then if you're over the age of 18, your punishment is the death penalty. And they float you, which means that they just open up the side and push you out into space, and then you get floated and you die. And so when people want to say F you, they're like, go float yourself and stuff like that. So that's kind of funny. But there was one girl who is the daughter of the people, daughter of 2 of the captains, and she overheard her parents talking. And she found out that there's not enough oxygen. She thinks that everyone should know, but they don't want everyone to know. And so she got over the loudspeaker and started telling people, and before she could finish, she got put into detention. And their solution for not having enough oxygen was to send 100 teenagers got sent to Earth, and they're going to find out if it is habitable. But they didn't tell them that. They were like, hey, you're going to take these Earth classes. And they're just like, I'm never going to use this. I'm going to live on this ship. We still have a long time before anyone is going to be able to go to Earth. So I'm just not going to pay attention. I'm going to mess around and not learn anything. Little did they know that they were going to get sent down to Earth to find out if it's habitable. If it's not, they're all going to die. And they had bracelets on that everyone on the ship would be able to see, oh, this person is sick. Oh, this person is hungry. Oh, this person is thirsty. And just watch and see, can they survive? And it's going to drop them. So it's all about them trying to learn how to survive. Can they do this? Can other people come down and inhabit Earth? Or is everyone going to die? And it's really, really good. Another Netflix recommendation I have for you guys is actually a movie. It is a lot like 13 Reasons Why, but not as graphic. And it's just a really good movie that was in my list on Netflix, and it's really good. I think that people should watch it. It's called Cyberbully. The main girl is Emily Osment from Hannah Montana, and it's just about her being cyberbullied and wanting to commit suicide, and it's really good. And those are all the recommendations that I've got for you guys. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, let me know down in the comments, because I can make more videos like this. I watch a lot of Netflix. I totally have more recommendations for you guys. So comment, subscribe, and make sure you hit the little notification bell so you know when I upload. And I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!